Hello everybody. So I wanted to touch base on the driveway, accessing a site, kind of what you have to do to prepare the driveway for the construction process, which is often forgot about. This is a pretty steep site. This is an old farm road that comes up through the woods, and we're in the southern tier of New York, so we get pretty good winters, and frost goes pretty deep here. So getting a good gravel base on a road, making sure that it's draining properly is a big deal in order to get concrete trucks in here, stone trucks, lumber delivery, etc. So what we had to do is, I hired Dozer Dennis out of Canisteo, and he brought his mini excavator and dozer in here. And with my skid steer and his equipment, we were able to make a pretty big cut into this bank, which, as you can see up here, this is kind of what it looked like before. Pretty steep. We took a couple ash out of here, and he got his dozer in there, and we kind of roughed it out. And we have a ditch that runs down through here, and we added some culvert, 12-inch, and we laid it up with some flat rock, which we got down in the creek. And I think there's 6 pieces in there, so it's quite wide. It's 60 feet wide. That's enough to get a truck in here. And folks, you got to remember, concrete trucks are like 40 feet long, and they don't turn very sharp. So it's important that you make your driveway accessible in order to get the job done. We added about 40 ton of bank run gravel, which is a sand and round river rock mix. And this stuff really locks in. When you drive on this and compact it and then it has a chance to dry, it's really hard. It's like concrete. And you can see it down here. Stuff is awesome. It's a great base. I think it still needs a topper of a limestone crusher or crusher run, but awesome base to build with, and it works really good to compact around your 12-inch drain pipe. So pretty steep driveway, but I think we can do it. We're really excited to almost get the foundation ready for the concrete to show up. And one last thing with this video I want to talk about is, if you can afford to find a used skid steer, that would be the very first tool or piece of equipment I would ever buy. And I'm very fortunate we found one this winter, and that's a BOBCAT S250 75 horse diesel Kubota engine. The thing's a beast, and when it gets really wet, it's hard because it's not a track machine, but this will pretty much move any pile of dirt I need it to. I've spent probably 30 to 40 hours in this thing on this house build, and I couldn't have done it without this thing. I would have had to hire an excavator guy or someone else. So it saved me a lot of money. I think it'll pay for probably half of itself. I have 17,000 into that, 1,000 into that brand new tooth bucket, 6 foot, from Titan Attachments. And I picked up this guy about a month or 2 ago, and it's got 100 hours on it. It's an 8811 backhoe. They're really hard to find, and I picked that up for 4,000. So for 22,000, 23,000, which is less than a 25 horse Kubota tractor that people are buying like all the time, that skid steer right there will do circles around one of those 25 horse Kubota tractors. You wouldn't be able to do squat with that on this job. So if you're going to spend your money, I highly recommend you look for a used skid steer, or you buy one that's newer and you finance it, and you do some work with it on the side to help pay for it. There's tons of people looking for a machine like that to move gravel, move topsoil, run an attachment, auger attachment, put up a fence with it. I mean, I think people are scared to do it. Some people are lazy. Others just don't care. They'd rather sit home or go drink beer, which is fine too. But for us, I'm gonna use that thing for the rest of my life, and I can't say enough good things about it. It's a beast, and BOBCAT makes a great machine. So that's it. Thanks everybody. Please like and subscribe, and there will be a bunch of videos coming your way. It's gonna be a long year before this project's over with. And a special shout out to my friend at work, Skip. That's his trailer, and he let me borrow it. Thanks a lot, Skip. Appreciate it, man. See ya.